Guys, today we've got an early look at the entire new Fear of God and Adidas collection. Your favorite Nikes might become a lot harder to get, and we're about to get the biggest Yeezy sale we have ever seen. Welcome to Sneaky Sundays. Let's get into a release recap, kicking us off with, of course, the Trophy Room Air Jordan 1 Lows. Anybody get these things? I mean, I'm sure some of you guys did, because I did have a couple DMs, people saying that this release was actually pretty fair. The Air Max 186 Big Bubble, the blue colorway, they also dropped. Surprisingly, they didn't just save these things for Air Max Day. I definitely picked up a pair, and they're not sold out or anything, so you can still pick these things up. Those are the big two main releases. Let me know if you guys managed to grab anything else. There was some new Yeezys that dropped this week, mainly Yeezy slides. We've got like the flax colorway, that is a restock, and of course the resin one, and then we also got the slate gray. I don't know why you would need the slate gray at this point. Like, honestly, there is so many black or dark gray colorways of the Yeezy slides. I'm sure most people already have one. Either way, all are sitting on the app, which is crazy. But as of right now, like, this is a look at the Adidas.com Yeezy website, and you've got everything. You've got the slides, you've got the foam runners, the 350s, you've got the 500s, some more 350s, some more foam runners. Like, it's all still on here if anybody wanted it. Now, the most frequent question I get in my DMs or even in the comments is you guys asking, okay, so all of these Yeezys are sitting, well, are they gonna go on sale? And historically speaking, no, Yeezys never go on sale. But this time is different because we are already seeing a bunch of retailers slash prices on Yeezys, which is literally unprecedented. We've never seen this before. I loaded up a couple websites just as an example. We've got Size, UK retailer. They've got half price on a pair of 350 compacts, and then 700. Foot Patrol, another UK one. We've got a ton of different 350s, 380s. These are literally 50% off. 50% off Yeezys, even though you may not like these shoes, these colorways, these models, it's still pretty crazy to see. And Clothing has got a better selection. They've got 700s. These analogs, this is a colorway that I really want at the moment. I don't have a pair of these. JD doesn't have a sale, but they do have a bunch of these colorways at full retail, and plenty of them are still in stock. Yes, the short answer is a lot of these shoes that you're seeing on Adidas's website, if retailers receive them, they're gonna slash prices, and I would not be surprised to see Adidas slash prices as well, especially considering that this release, they did say that they were going to be selling them at least at cost, which all of us assumed, okay, so they're going to be selling them at a discount. Well, maybe that's the plan here, is they're going to sell them at full retail to start off with, and then if they didn't sell out, that's when they'll start dropping prices and we'll actually see a discount. Obviously, we can't guarantee 100%, but if these things don't sell out, then what is Adidas going to do with them? They have to drop prices in order to get people to buy them. I think it is a part of why all of these Yeezys are sitting. Obviously, the whole like Ye not approving of these things does play as a factor, but also just the cost of living and the prices of these things are pretty high. And also keep in mind, is like, these are not the only ones that are supposed to be dropping. We're still supposed to get a bunch of other colorways as well, and other models. Not only restocks, but remember those tactical 500 boots, the sand colorway, those are supposed to release at some point as well. So yeah, if I had to put money on this, I would say Yeezy sale is incoming. Some releases that are right around the corner. The first one is the JJJJound Adidas Samba made in Germany pack. These are going to be dropping this month on March the 27th. It's in two very, plain colorways. They just kind of look like already existing Adidas models. That is the JJJJound specialty. Except now you're going to be paying $250 for a pair of shoes that should be under $100. I understand the lure of JJJJound. Actually, no, I don't. I don't understand it. Nevertheless, they're dropping and they're hyped and they're probably going to sell out. We also got first looks of the next Adidas and Fear of God collaboration, which is happening right around the corner. So it's happening on April the 3rd, and we've got a ton of different pieces here. We've got a couple duffel bags, which again, we don't have any retail prices for these things, so just look at it and then in your head just be like, this is probably going to be too expensive. We've also got a sling bag, or at least that's what it looks like. We've got a crop top, we got some pants. I think this is all for the ladies. Some more sweatshirts. Like, a lot of this stuff, if I'm being honest, it looks exactly like the already existing Essentials line, or it looks very similar to what we saw in the last release. There's only like a couple pieces which I'm like, that's kind of nice, but would I spend $300-400 on it? No. We do have another pair of the LA Runner. I'm still yet to try this pair of shoes out. I have a pair in I just haven't unboxed it yet, so we're gonna do that next week. We also got a new version of the 86 High. This is the Sesame colorway. Interesting. I don't know, it looks kind of similar to, you know, other Adidas models like the Rivalry or the Forum. This is actually not a bad one. This is the goalie jersey. I like that design. Has some more mock necks, and again, it just looks very, very essentials, basically. Jordan Brand just announced that they're going to be dropping a whole last store in Beijing, getting another World of Flight store. So there's not that many out there. I don't think there's any in the US. There's one in Japan, in Tokyo. Either way, this store looks freaking sick. It looks so cool on the inside. They've got like a ton of, you know, Jordan memorabilia, all of these photos and everything. You've got like a pickup location for hype sneakers. This is the Jordan 1 Low trophy room. You've got a little lounge area just to sit back and relax, try on some shoes. Either way, this is open now, March the 23rd, and I'd like to see some of these. Maybe one in the US would be nice that I could come and visit because it looks pretty dope. Got some Jordan 1s in the pipeline. First one is the Air Jordan 1 High Midnight Navy. So the release date on these is September the 14th, and I really like the colorway, and this markup is based off of the fact that it's supposed to have, you know, vintage hues, so that, you know, midsole, the laces might probably be on there. I don't know if they're going to go the whole like cracked leather route, but it should look something like this. I'm a fan of these things. I think they look pretty dope. A pair of Jordan 1s, which looks pretty cool, is the first in flight Air Jordan 1, which is kind of a UNC Obsidian mixture. So this is it over here. Apparently they're going to be dropping in July 2024, only in women's sizing. I like this colorway. I'm just not the biggest fan of this you know, this little yellow wings logo. In my opinion, it just kind of makes it look a little bit mid-ish. Either way, July the 6th is the exact release date. The most anticipated out of the ones that we're talking about today is this right here, the Air Jordan 1 High Latte colorway. We got some official images along with an exact release date, which we didn't previously have. So they're going to be dropping on May the 29th for $180. They're looking pretty cool. These are a nice pair, especially for someone who doesn't have the mochas or wants a cheaper alternative, because I can't imagine that these things are going to resell for that much. I think this is going to be a really good deal on a pair of Jordan 1s. As you know, the mocha wave hit for a reason, because everybody just found them so easy to wear. Either way, let me know what you think about these down in the comment section, but let's keep it moving. Right, we've got a whole New Balance 1000 pack coming through. So we got a brand new image of the Aim Leon Dore collaboration. We know this one, we've spoke about it in the past. However, we haven't seen them on foot, which is this image over here. And they look kind of cool, I'm not gonna lie. It's not my favorite colorway. I do really want to try this silhouette out though, the New Balance 1000. I think they look super sick. But yeah, this one I'm probably gonna pass on. We don't have a release date for these just yet, but it is gonna be kind of like the collaboration that ushers in this model. Some other colorways though, which like I said, these are all gonna be the GR ones that follow the collaboration. We've got this one over here, solid colorway. They're gonna drop for $150. No exact release date on these. Second colorway is going to be this all over gray one that's dropping July 2024. Not as nice as the other one. I'm also not a big fan of this leather. I'm good on that, but I feel like in some suede, something a little bit different, I would definitely want to pick this colorway up. Anybody interested in Jordan foam runners? Well, we've got a second colorway, and apparently they've also released, I believe, out in Asia or maybe Philippines or something like that. But this is the Jordan Rome. So now we have an actual name for these things. We spoke about them a while ago when they just had like the launch colorway. Well, we've got plenty more in the pipeline, and I'm sure there's going to be a global release relatively soon. They are kind of inspired by foam runners, at least with all of like these organic holes on the top, but it is a mule design. They're going to come in a box. It's interesting. Sticking with foam shoes, this one's a little bit more interesting. We've got the Crocs Nova Track, which debuts this month. I believe they have already dropped for you guys out in the US, in which case I'm a little bit jealous because I do really want to try these things out. They look kind of cool, and it's also like a good little prelude to what we're expecting from Soleil Bembury. This kind of gives me those vibes. Like, it's got the Crocs outer shell, but then it also has like a traditional sneaker construction and innards. I mean, it looks chunky, it looks bulky, but it also, I could imagine, is going to be pretty comfortable. Either way, it's already available for you guys out in the US for $110, which is pretty reasonable. Ooh, we got some official images and a new release date for the upcoming Air Jordan 4 Vivid Sulfer. Very keen to hear what you guys think about this pair of shoes, because I kind of like them. I think it's a pretty solid colorway. I think this fire red color blocking just with the yellow. So these are the official images. They're going to be dropping April the 6th. I'm not entirely sure how hard they're going to be to get, but I do believe that they're just coming in women's sizing. Couple Travis Scott updates. So let's kick it off with the Jumpman Jack. So we do have a release date for this upcoming University Red colorway, and that is May the 1st. So as of right now, and this is very, very confusing and a little bit weird, the sale colorway that originally dropped, like shock dropped through Travis's website, those are now apparently going to drop on April the 30th, and then right after, like literally the next day or something, these are going to be dropping on May the 1st. It sounds a little bit suspicious, like what's going on here? Are they really going to drop these things back to back? I don't know, maybe the other one's going to have like a super limited release, and then these are going to be a little bit more widely available. That's why they're dropping them close together. We also got some on-foot looks at the upcoming polarizing Jordan 1 Low Travis Scott Canary. These things are looking extra bright, extra vibrant with that blue and that yellow mixed together. It's quite the combo. Now they're calling these the Elkins colorway for Travis Scott's high school. They're going to be dropping now on May the 17th, so relatively soon. They're also supposed to be in women's sizing. However, I'm definitely guessing that it's going to be extended, because if Travis Scott himself can't wear these things, if he can't fit them, then it seems a little bit like it's a weird collaboration. We got an early leak that looks like a freaking crime scene photo. Take a look at this. Their Skateboards Nike SB Dunk Low is going to be dropping. So we did have a small rumor. This is the first image though, so I get it, like retro, you know, kind of photo, but man, this is a little bit of a creepy photo if you ask me. Then we've also got some leaked images which show us kind of like the materials they're working with. We got some leather for the Nike swoosh, and then some interesting kind of designs on the upper. They do just have like those grungy vibes. So yeah, I mean, in terms of release date, we're not entirely sure as of right now. Takashi Murakami has just announced his new brand, which is going to be kicking off with the Ohana slides. These things look pretty sick. He actually released a video of a bunch of different samples and different colorways. This is what the first one looks like. It's just all over green, but the shape and kind of the style of these things is pretty cool. I mean, at least it's something slightly different for a pair of slides, and because this is kind of like an EVA or some kind of foam, it looks like they'll be pretty comfortable. I think he said that they were going to be dropping at ComplexCon Hong Kong, but I don't think that's happening. They're just being revealed there, and then there's some kind of release later down the line. Another pair of shoes that's going to be dropping at ComplexCon first is the Crocs collaboration. 3 different colorways. I didn't know that there was 3. I only saw 2, but yeah, there's 3, and the actual drop or the global release is going to happen on March the 29th. Some very cool gibbets. I'm a big fan of these things. They look pretty dope. So you've got the black one, which is probably my favorite. The purple one, which is not bad. It's like a nice lilac color. And then you've got this all over kind of green one. I would not be surprised if one of these colorways was a ComplexCon exclusive. Okay, so it says the Aloe colorway, which is the green one. That's going to be a China exclusive. We got our first looks at the upcoming Nike Kobe 8 Protro Wolf Gray for fall 2024. So again, I don't think we have an exact release date on these things, but just at some time this fall for a sale pair of Kobe's. A little bit strange, but why not? Solid colorway, very wearable, nice one. I didn't manage to get the Halo pack. I would definitely pick these things up. We don't have an exact release date. If we get any more updates on these things, I'll let you guys know. Nike and Off-White are going to be restocking both colorways of the Air Force One. That's right, we're going to be getting the Brooklyn and Canary Yellow colorway, and I can't keep this anymore. I believe this is cap. So there's been a couple posts. This is the main one. This Drop Info's on Instagram posted this and said that they're restocking. Private Selection also tweeted it, saying that there was some lows being produced again. And I tried Googling it to see if there was anybody else talking about this stuff, and there's nothing really to indicate that this is actually gonna happen. Now, I could be wrong, but again, I'm just giving you guys my opinion. This would be so insane if they did restock these things. Again, I could be wrong. We don't have too much information on this, but I feel like if there was something solid, people would definitely be talking about this, because I mean, it's an easy topic to get people interested. But yeah, I'm just gonna give you guys a heads up. Take this with a grain of salt. I mean, it sounds unbelievable in and of itself. Not that many of you guys thought that this was gonna happen, but there you have it. That's my opinion. We've got some early images of an upcoming collaboration between Nike and FRGMNT on actually a pair of shoes that I'm a big fan of. This is the Nike Waffle Phoenix, and it looks like a very simple collaboration. You've just got FRGMNT text on the midsole. Colors obviously indicate FRGMNT, which on this pair is very, very nice. I'm a fan. But yeah, it's nothing incredible. It looks like a colorway that you could have bought in this sneaker without the Fragment collaboration. There's not really much branding or anything else. No exact release date on when these are going to be dropping, just at some point this year, we assume. Right, we got some new $20 Yeezy products, which is pretty interesting for a couple reasons. So let's have a look at the website over here. This is the YeezySupply.com website where everything is $20. The new pieces are these black hoodies. This one is the Adidas t-shirt, and I think this is in, I believe this is in Russian. This one is just the black colorway of the Black Dogs hoodie. Then this one is just a plain black hoodie for $20, which is pretty insane. The Yeezy hoodie, which kind of looks like the Yeezy Gap hoodie, if I'm honest. So yeah, I can see this black hoodie being very, very popular, but if I've got to be honest, it's tough ordering from this website because you have no idea when you're gonna get this. Like, I've ordered stuff on here and I have not received it in a very long time, and all I get is like people messaging me saying like, yo, where's my stuff? I still haven't got it. I mean, it doesn't say even a time, like an expected when it does ship out. Some products say like shipping in 2 weeks or shipping in 4 weeks. Here's a little shot of Ye wearing this this hoodie. This is the $20 just all over black hoodie. Looks pretty sick, and he's also still rocking some Air Force Ones. So definitely he's on Team Nike. I don't know whether that's just a shot at Adidas or whether, you know, there's something in the pipeline. We'll have to wait and see. Speaking of Nike, a very interesting move from them is that they're going to be making less Air Force Ones, but more than that. So Nike made a statement. The CFO, Matt Friend, said that they were gonna pull back from a lot of these, you know, retro releases, and he specifically pointed out the Air Force One. But I think this is a bigger conversation about more shoes. I think it's just retro, you know, shoes in general, like the Air Force One, probably like the Jordan 1, probably the Dunks as well. And I actually think that this is a good thing. I think that, you know, they're touching on what a lot of people are talking about right now, is that Nike's been putting too much effort into the retro space. So, you know, dropping a bunch of Jordan 1s and Dunks and Air Force 1s, rather than coming up with new innovative sneakers that we've never seen before. I would like to see them drop a lot more newness, like they're saying here in this article. They said that, you know, they're making way for a lot of new innovative product, although yeah, less Jordan 1s, less Air Force 1s, specifically the Air Force 1s are guaranteed to be, they're making less of those, so if you haven't got yourself a pair of triple whites, they may end up reselling relatively soon. Final story for today, very, very weird and interesting. So you can actually buy the airmax.com website. The domain name is up for grabs for the first time in 30 years. So I was like, okay, why is Nike selling this, especially, you know, like coming up to Air Max Day? Well, turns out that Nike doesn't own it. The current owner of the airmax.com domain is an air conditioning company in Miami, and they've had possession of it for the last 30 years, which is pretty funny. Surely Nike is trying to buy this. Either way, it's going up for auction. So there's literally a timer on this website. It'll be pretty interesting to see how much this sells for and who's going to try and grab it next. Nevertheless, that's it for this week's news. Again, we do this every single Sunday, so subscribe to the channel if you always want to stay in the loop and updated about the latest sneakers. And if you want to know what the most comfortable shoes are on the planet, click that video over there.